All right, I kind of messed up. I messed up bad. I messed up bad. Oh, damn, that's ooh. I messed up bad. So I'm going to tell you the story. Um, it's pretty much my fault, but I'm not going to ever attest that it's 100% my fault. I just feel like there's elements in the atmosphere that just let element. Like it was just life, but I'm completely wrong and I feel bad and I'm inhaling sugar. Like that's it. It's like straight on comfort moment right now. So anyway, it's a Saturday night. So there's a couple of rules or mantras I think I try to live by that I forget that I am supposed to be living by. And one of those is I don't like to drive in Kigali at night. I just don't. I'll drive during the day. I'll drive Saturday, Sunday mornings. I drive when it's light and whatever. I'm just not the nighttime driver because of elements, and you're gonna find out all this. It's the lights, it's the honking, it's the motos, it's people trying to do things. It's like a little flashy flash, and like there's a big issue for me, which I would love to turn around and talk to somebody about. I feel like there needs to be more neon clothing in Rwanda or maybe just in general in Africa because there's entirely too many people on the street and it's too dark. And our lovely melanin likes to blend in with the night. And so you don't know somebody in front of you or not. And it matters. So what had happened was, is that I decided to let my driver go home early today, just because, like, whatever. My auntie's over. I still got my ag man, and one of my security guards here. But you know, they know how to get around. But let him go home, decent hour, because I was like, I can always drive my aunt home, which she lives around the corner, y'all. Like, I technically, if I was like in better shape, could run to her house and back and not have a problem. But you know, so it's nothing. And I drive, and it's like, no, I can pick you up and all this other stuff, and it's not an issue. So I was like, go home. I got this, right? That's how you hit the sugar. So anyway, everybody's all ready to go, everything else like that. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and be nice today. Let me be the nice entrepreneur. You know what? Everybody get a ride. You get a ride, you get a ride, you get a ride. Everybody get a ride. Because what we doing today, we helping out the world and everything. It's getting too stressful left gets for some of y'all. And we do it. So they beam up like, yeah, we getting a ride. I'm like, yeah, bet. We get in the car. Mama kisses, waves us off. We got the music bumping. Bunny over. Daddy over. Zeddy over. Like we playing, right? Get out. And when we come out of my complex and everything else like that, we hit our right turn. We on the dirt road. We riding whatever. We bumping. And bam. Saturday night traffic. And I was like, ooh, I remember I pretty much hate Saturday night traffic, but I'm in this piece. And I'm also in a stick shift. Anyway, we feeling good with life. We're like, hey, we love this country. We're having a good time, yada, yada. Let's stop and get some chips. So we stop at the store, get some chips. Okay, but there's like heavy traffic, like stop and go traffic in a stick shift, with these heels, right? So when we go get the chips, we're feeling good. We got some song on big popping da 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 pop, you know, boom bass bass. We come out of the gas station. I hit that right. We on incline hill, so you know I got a gun in a little, like, you know, I'm doing this shit like. Oh, that don't help you. I'm like this, wrong hand, and you know the legs be shifting, So we at this incline. So we're in the midst of this incline, and I'm telling y'all, for those people who drive or whatever out here, your left turn game is freaking serious out here. Left turn game. Did I have to do a left turn? No. Basically, the car ahead of me decides to make a left turn. And so they pull out into the lane, which means that we have to stop. So I'm stopped in the middle of the hill, in the midst of all this traffic, back-to-back traffic, all kind of stuff in the stick shift. And I'm seeing this little glimpse, like Eves, who's next to me, is like, go that way. Eves don't speak English. Eves is like, go that way. And I'm like, I see the clip. I'm going to take the clip, but you got to concentrate on these things because you got motors, and motors be filling in the gap on the clip. So I ain't trying to clip nobody in the clip. I'm trying to get the motor. So you focus, cha-cha-cha. Basically, when I go to take the emergency brake off, because that's how steep the hill is. The hill can't just stop on the regular brake. Like, I have to pull the emergency brake up, and I got somebody behind me. When I go to do that, foot on clutch, go into pedal, car's backing up. It's rolling down. I don't feel no gas underneath the pedal, so I'm pulling the brake. Like, I got horns honking. Basically, the honk is, you don't know what you're doing. Stop before you mess up my car. And I'm up here like, no, I do know what I'm doing. I am stopping before I mess up your car. Your car is precious to me. But we're all backed up, so you can't back up. So I go ahead and hit it again. Nope. And so I'm up here like, for whatever reason, I'm like, the gas is not catching the car. Oh my God, is something wrong with the car? I can't believe there's something wrong with the car. By this time, the left turn hit. Everybody honking now. I can't move the car. So I do it again. Boom, 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 boom. Bah. No, I'm not even stalling. Like, there's literally like no gas going to the pedal. And I know how to drive a stick shift. I've been in situations like this before. But it's a lot of elements at play. Let's talk about the honking lights. Let's talk about the motor still rolling by. Let's talk about now the man in the trucks is yelling. Everybody yelling at Kia Rwandan. And I'm like, y'all calm down. I got this. I know I got this. Until, whatever. Do it one time. I don't have it. I don't have it. And I'm like, oh my car is broken down. I'm in the middle of this, what I'm doing. I'm trying to hit the hazard lights. Don't know where the hazard lights are. Because do I drive my car? No, I don't know where nothing is. So I do this. This is when the police officer comes over. And the police officer is like, da 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 da. And I'm like, I can't understand you. Nobody can understand me. I'm in a situation. My pedal's not catching gas. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to work with everybody, but my pedal's not catching gas. So now they all looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. My pedal's not touching the gas. I know how to make the pedal touch the gas, but the pedal's not touching the gas. They're crazy. So we're sitting here and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I know what to do. I just wish everybody, like, if you can get the cars to back up, like the whole mile of cars that I have built up, if you can get them to back up, that'll be good. Well, in the car, my auntie's going, and she's like, you got it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. All this other stuff happening. Some guy is like yelling at me. There's actually about 5 people yelling at me. And I finally said, either you can yell at me or you can help me. Like, that's the only thing you can do. You can either help me or you can yell at me. And so I guess he understood English. I'm just talking. Give me his video. Unless you want to have some say-so.
I got no say-so.
So.
You didn't learn to drive on the streets of San Francisco?
I did not learn how to drive on the streets of San Francisco, and it is evident. So I was like, either scream at me or you can help me. So he's like, no, I said, can you drive a manual? Because they don't say stick shift. And he's like, yes. I said, get in my car and drive it. Which I kind of realized later that might have been a bad idea because somebody could have just kept driving and driving and driving. But, distressful situation. This is what you do. So he gets into the car, and I'm just ready for him to be like, oh, yeah, your car is jacked up. And he hits the gun one time. And he looks at me. He's like, oh, I get what the problem was. I was like, yeah, it's messed up. No, he does it again. He pretty much pushed the gas pedal past hell. Like, that's how far it went down. Like, I'm watching tires burning on my own car, and I smell my car, and he has driven now my car like a whole kilometer. So now I'm chasing my car and running behind the car like, oh my gosh, whatever else like that. And he looks at me, he's like, nothing's wrong, everything's fine. And I'm like, no, like, I feel like you left half an engine. Like, literally when people have the marks of, I was here, like, there is a mark on the hill going to the Woodland Market that is like, that's my mark. That's the mark I have put on Rwanda, because my car has literally put a hole right there. Like, I don't feel like what you did was safe. I feel violated. I feel like my car feels violated. Like, is that how you're supposed to go? Y'all, it's smoke coming up my car. Like, you remember the old Snoop Dogg video where, like, they open up cars? That's how my cars look. There's smoke coming up in the car, and everybody's sitting there looking like this is fine. Like, this is a normal Tuesday night. And I'm like, is this what's supposed to happen? So now we in the car. It's real tense. Like, ain't nobody bopping no bops no more. Like, it's like how you parallel park a car. But if you had the pressure of parallel parking a car in front of the church on Fish Fry, in front of all the deacons who got judgment in their eyes. Like, it was a lot of pressure. So I'm in the car, And now my auntie's up here talking about we've been through bigger things than this. We're gonna be all right. You know, we're not gonna let something like this, you know, take away, you know, our happiness. So it's like, okay, so this was a bigger moment than I thought. She's like, no, you're stronger than this. You go, girl, whatever else like that. My other two staff members is just real quiet, and so now we're driving. But I think everybody nervous now because like everybody's speaking English. Even the people who don't know how to speak English are speaking English to me, and so it's like everything is like a big paranoia. Because first of all, even though they speak in English, it's like the wrong words. So instead of him saying like slow down, like or turn right, he's like, what is it? He's like sta. Sti. Like, no, I don't know what sta is. I don't know what sti. Like, he was like, what was his was? He's like, slow down. He was like, speed low, speed low. I don't know what speed low is. Speed low, speed low. It's like, no, slow down. So then we get into another argument because I chose to stop at a stop sign. And he was like, I said go straight. Like, it's just real tense now. Like, ain't no music bumping in the car. All this like this. We get my auntie to her house. I take my ag man. My ag man is apologizing profusely. You would never been in this situation if I did not have a home so far away. And I was like, no, like, dude, this is really not your fault. Because one, I had my incident around the corner from my house. Like, it had nothing to do with you. Like, this really just happened. I said, number two, there's hills in Kigali. Like, I can't drive. But they're all just, like, traumatized or whatever. And they're just like, we will never ask for you to drive us anywhere again. And I don't know if that's like because of remorse or like they were scared for their lives or whatever. This is how I knew it was real. So I look at the third dude and like tomorrow's his day off. Like he was getting ready for a party. He's spiffy, he's span, everything. I was like, okay, so where do I need to drop you off at? And he's like, no, I go home with you. And I'm like, no, you don't go home with me. He said, no, I go home with you. I just go back. I spend the night. We stay safe. Everything's good. And I was like, no, because now I officially feel like Sophia, like the color purple, like the white lady when they was running around and she was like, no, you go be free. And she's like, no, I need you. Like, I really feel like I really shut that down. And I was like, no, you go. He says, I go home, you die, mommy kill me. And I was like, that actually is a very, very possible turn of events. Like the way things have gone down tonight, you are quite right because I have not gotten none of these signals correct. My little stick shift has just hurt. Like that's all we doing. Like it's not a smooth ride yet. Like we not rocking together. We don't have chemistry. We not Beyonce and Jay-Z. We more like Whitney and Bobby Courthouse. Like we are not on one accord with the car. And so he's sitting there. This is the quietest ride, y'all. There is no music playing. I am not jamming. There's every single signal I'm trying to figure out. He's trying to turn, push, like all this other stuff. And so we finally get home. It's taken 90 minutes. We're like 2 hours.
You got my phone.
Yeah, I got your phone. I got my mama's phone. My mama parent. How did you call us? You called us.
I had Innocent call.
Oh my God. It's worse than I thought. I just thought about that.
I said, Eve, are you home? And he said, yeah.
Yeah, because Eve is not going to have my mama stressed out. So Eve's like, no problem. I am home with you. And I'm up here like, who are you talking to? And the next thing you know, I roll up. Everybody looking like they in prayer. I feel like Auntie has talked to people. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that happened. And I was like, this is all my fault. But it's like, no. I forgot to tell you this. Like, how much my team loves me to make me feel like it's not my fault is literally when we stopped the car, Eve's went to my mat on the floor and he was like, bad mat. And he switched out the mats. And I was like, yeah, that's a bad mat. And I'm trying to blame the mat for the pedal. But it was my fault. There's nothing wrong with the mat. But I was like, no, that's a bad. Is this mat supposed to be on the right side or left side? This is not the right mat to do a stick shift on. Like, oh, it's bad. It's bad. It was bad. I'm eating my cookies now. I'm eating all the cookies now. It was so stressful. So what I can't say anything. Oh my God. The cop was really talking to me at Rwandan, and I'm just looking at him like, I'm trying so hard. I'm just trying to hit the gas to the pedal. So the conclusion of this story is what I have recognized and realized is that us Westerners, tend to love our cars. Like,
That ain't got nothing to do with you loving
it does. Like, because it's how you treat your car. Like, you put a certain type of gas in it and everything. Like, I feel like, let me finish my justification because it makes sense to me. This is the third time I've said it. It makes sense to me. But we treat our cars with a certain type of finesse or love or whatever, where in actuality, a car is a machine. See, that makes sense.
I'm gonna have. There's an old song way back in the day. Mm-hmm. It's called Beep Beep.
Beep, beep.
Beep Beep. Beep Beep. Beep Beep. Beep Beep. It says this guy is with this guy, and he says this guy's keep racing me in this car. Mm-hmm. And it says, and finally it's like the guy was having such a hard time with his manual. He's like, buddy, can you just tell me how to get this car out of second gear? But the man thought he was racing him because every time he go a little faster, he could go a little faster.
I think my song right now is that one.
Yeah,
My song is Burn Rubber on Me right now.
I have to get beep beep for you.
Get beep beep.
Yeah, because you let the wheels. Now it is not a machine. You are right. It is a machine.
It's a machine. People, it's treated like a machine.
No, but you have to make it do its functionality. First gear is supposed to pull any hill.
Oh, but like the pedal went, like I floored the pedal. I just didn't have faith in it. I'm just saying, it had like 1 second to catch, and it didn't catch in that 1 second. Maybe it needed 2 or 3.
No, what the heck? You couldn't have 2 or 3 because you would have been rolling back in the hill.
That was the whole problem because I had somebody behind me. And let's be honest, the person behind me had a nice car, so I knew it was going to go down if I didn't get this right. Like, this was not like a little motor. Like, literally, this is the sad thing. When it was time for the dude to drive my car, I stood in between my car and the nice car. Like, if something's going to go down, I ain't going to owe no money on this man's nice car. I'll go first. And then I also had, this is how you know it was embarrassing. I forgot this part. Once the man actually had my car running and I realized it was my fault, I ran behind it like I was pushing it up the hill. Like I actually did something. I was running behind it.
Did it ever occur to you to let the window down and tell people to come around?
They couldn't because it was traffic on both sides. It was bad. I backed up traffic for a good 7 minutes. Like, it was all me. It was all me.
Well, bless your heart. I'm going to bed.
I'm eating another cookie.
But no. And you are going to get your phone fixed with the GPS so you don't take my phone and I'm stuck here not knowing what the hell is going on.
This is raggedy. It was raggedy. It was so raggedy. Like, this whole thing is my fault. This whole incident. I need to call Auntie because I know she's doing mantras for me right now.
While you gone, the power goes off, the generator's going in and out. Innocent man, because we done paid the technician to come here and fix the generator.
We paid him.
But the generator is still not working. In the meantime, the house guest comes out and says maybe it's a spark plug. And so he's cleaning the spark plug.
Can I stop for a second? Can I stop for a second? Can I just love black men and spark plugs? Because that's the answer different. Oh, black men and spark plugs. There's always the answer to everything.
It was the answer tonight. The generator's been going. But Innocent looked quiet. Innocent never said nothing.
Innocent don't say nothing.
He go around here just gardening and doing fly. Innocent was like,
Innocent went off. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. Ooh, he might get the big piece of chicken tomorrow. Ooh, I'm proud of Innocent. All right, we out.